We say women should be championed for being strong women who say what they think, but it seems to be that actually when women do become strong women who aren't afraid to say how they feel, that actually maybe they get teared down. But yet, had it have been two men, maybe it would have been very different. I've got a text! How would you describe your Love Island experience in 3 words? Unreal, amazing, and dramatic. I would say it would be dramatic just because I somehow managed to get myself involved in all the drama, didn't I? But, you know, I like to say what I feel and what's on my mind, and I stand by everything that I did say. But yeah, I definitely think dramatic. And it's funny it was dramatic because I was like single for nearly 5 weeks in there, so how I could still be involved in the drama, I'll never know. What surprised you most about life in the villa? I would say how normal it became. Like, I thought I would go in there and it would be so abnormal to what I was used to. But since coming out, I've been in that bubble. I now feel like that was my normal life and this is not real life. So yeah, I think it's crazy how much that just becomes so normal, living in a house full of people and sharing a bed with random strangers that you've never met before. Do you know, actually, nobody really snored except for Connor. When Connor came in, he was awful at snoring, and to the point where Joey actually refused to sleep in bed with him one night. He actually would rather sleep outside than sleep in bed with him. But you get so normalised to actually sleeping in a room. So one night I had to sleep upstairs because there was too many people in the villa. It was weird sleeping in a room on my own than sleeping in a room full of like 14 people. I've slept in my own bed on my own for like 2 years with no one like accompanying me. So then to go from that to having somebody in your bed to now not having somebody in your bed after like 6 weeks is very strange. Did the pressure ever get to you in the villa? For me, I'm quite an open book, so kind of any emotions that I felt I would speak to the girls about, I would speak to like villa producers. So I didn't really feel much pressure of being in that villa because you can kind of do what you want and no one forced you to do anything. So yeah, I wouldn't say there's any pressures in the villa, not for me anyway. Did you feel like you got a fair edit on the show? You people see 45 minutes of a 24-hour day, and look, everything that I said was what I said, but what you don't see is every single conversation that was had. And I can't sit here and say I didn't get a fair edit, but there were certain things that maybe weren't shown that I also did in there. I stand by everything that was shown. What do you say to the viewers who felt you were harsh on Harriett during this series? I would say again, you see 45 minutes of a 24-hour day, and me and Harriett had some great times that maybe weren't shown, and we both have very different ways that we go about things. We also probably have some quite similar ways, but both quite feisty, but maybe that wasn't necessarily all shown. But I don't feel like I handled myself in any other different way to the way she handled herself around me. So yeah, that's all I've got to say. We had some brilliant times in there that maybe weren't shown. Like, we always said we were like sisters, and obviously sisters annoy each other sometimes. And on the outside with my friends, likewise they would do to me. If I felt they were not behaving in the right way or maybe didn't handle the situation, we would be upfront and tell each other that. And I think just the difference with me and Harriett is maybe that's not how we would be with each other on the outside in friendships. But yeah, I've got nothing but good things to say about her. We had some great times in there, like for everybody in there. We all got on so well. And there's always going to be, when you're living with like 14 people you get on better with others. Do you have anything to say to Harriett now? I wish you all the best. Obviously, maybe we're not going to be best friends and braiding each other's hair anytime soon, but I wish her nothing but happiness and I hope she's doing well. We say women should be championed for being strong women who say what they think, but it seems to be that actually when women do become strong women who aren't afraid to say how they feel, that actually maybe they get teared down. But yet, had it have been two men, maybe it would have been very different. I'm not sure we'll be meeting up. If I see her out and about, I'll absolutely be saying hi to her. But yeah, I think, look, we're very different people, and I said this from the offset. Like, on the outside, she probably wouldn't be somebody that I'd be friends with. However, there's no bad blood there from me, and if I saw her out, I'd absolutely say hi. But yeah, I don't think I'll be going out of my way to maybe meet up with her, just like I'm sure she won't be with me. What was your most difficult moment in the villa? I think one of the most difficult moments was when Samantha left to begin with, because it was such a shock her going, and obviously me, her and Nicole were so close. We just never expected her to leave, and for her to go, she was such a huge part of like mine and Nicole's experience in there. For her to leave such early on was so sad. It was not the same without her not being there and not hearing her scouse voice every morning and night. How are you coping with the commentary and opinions of the public since coming out of the villa? As I've always said, if you give it out, you've got to be able to take it, and I think I've got very thick skin, so yeah, I'm kind of just rolling with it. And at the end of the day, I'm really surprised at how many positive comments there are. No matter what you're going to do, people are always going to have something to say, sometimes not very nice. I have got thick skin, and for the most part the comments are lovely, but obviously just got to ride the wave. People have got opinions and they're more than entitled to them. And yeah, who are you most likely and least likely to stay in touch with? Omar and Nicole and Kieran, obviously. And to be fair, I will keep in touch with everybody because I get on with everybody so well in there. But Omar, obviously, I've met up with him since we've come out. I don't think me and Omar got shown, but me and Omar were actually really good friends in there. And it's a shame because I feel like nobody saw. We had such good banter with each other, and obviously that necessarily wasn't shown, but yeah, definitely Omar in terms of boys. Girl-wise, obviously Nicole's my babe, so Nicole will always be someone that I keep in touch with. Least likely to stay in touch with, I think probably it's obviously going to be Harriett, let's be real. But that's just because I think the feeling's probably mutual on both sides. Me and Ronnie actually get on really well, like even as friends we get on really well, we always have done while we were in the villa, and there's no bad blood with me and Ronnie, like I really do like him, I think he's hilarious, but I'm not sure whether he'll be allowed to be friends with me on the outside right now, so yeah, maybe I won't be keeping in touch with him. Have you seen any rumours about yourself you'd like to set straight? The one rumour that I want to set straight is apparently everyone's saying that Hugo's like binned me off. Hugo has not binned me off. Can I just make that very clear? We are still very much enjoying each other's company and getting to know each other, and it's quite nice to do that on the outside world with like no pressures of like cameras everywhere. That's a rumour that I'd like to set straight because that is not the truth. Who would you have snogged, married and pied? I would have snogged Hugo if he was still in there because you can't be snogging someone else, it's just morals, you can't be doing that, which I know a few of them did do. I would marry Kieran, and the reason for that would be you're my best friend's boyfriend now, so yeah, all the qualities that I would want in a husband you're now showing to my friend. And pied, I'd have pied Sean because he's been a bit cheeky with me when I was last in there. I mean, I love Sean, he's like my little brother, but yeah, he scored me like a 1 on the kissing challenge, so that's his payback for that. Do you know, Sean, I don't know what's gotten into him, but I feel like he's got some confidence that's come out of him in the next few weeks, like the past few weeks, and yeah, I'm not sure I'm here for it. And we like the nice Sean, the sweet Sean, but maybe girls do want a bad boy, so maybe it'll work in his favour. Do you think Joey and Grace still have feelings for each other? Given the conversations that I had with Joey when I was in there, him and Grace's connection was maybe just a bit of a lust thing. I think they obviously met in Ibiza, it was kind of like fun, flirty, all that kind of thing, and I think they haven't really been able to get to know each other like really deeply. So I feel like that's maybe why it didn't work. And I don't know, I don't think they do still have feelings for each other. I think Joey falls in love very easily, is what I would say. That's my opinion on Joey. I think he just falls in love very easily. I think Grace probably is still feeling slightly because you can't just turn them off, but I think she's probably put them in a box somewhere that won't be reopened again. How are you and Hugo planning on making things work outside of the villa? I'm obviously going to be in London quite a bit. He comes to Manchester quite a bit. So yeah, dead easy, like there's no pressure on it. So we're just going to see what happens. I'm going to come to Manchester, meet my friends and family, and then I'll probably go to Southampton and meet his friends and family. But where we're both in London quite a lot now with work, it seems to be that it's going to work quite well. And he's done long distance before, so he can do it again, and I'm worth it, so. What were some of your favourite unseen moments? My relationship with Omar. Me and Omar got on so well, and I feel like he didn't get like the justice in terms of no one really saw just how funny that man was. I think as well, like my relationship with Joey as well, like again, me and Joey got on really well. Those lovely conversations that you have like with the girls and stuff that maybe because they're not seen as like dramatic, they don't get aired, and obviously there was so much drama happening in that series that naturally not everything got to play out. I wish that was kind of shown just for my memory. Maybe not interesting for the viewers, but for us to be able to watch back, it would have been amazing. Was there anything you were surprised didn't air? When Hugo had that chat with Io, he actually came and had a chat with me afterwards, and then the chat on the terrace was like a longer chat, and it wasn't necessarily all aired. And then from that moment, we actually were then getting on fine. We were spending like 24 hours a day together. When you're spending 24 hours a day together with somebody, that can maybe not be seen as interesting because we literally just sat there and talked. So maybe that was the reason why the public maybe thought they're not like, you know, together, they're not compatible, that kind of thing, because they didn't probably see just how much time we did spend together in that villa when we came back from Casa. So yeah, is there anything you would change from your time in the villa? There is nothing that I would change from my time in the villa. Like, I don't ever live with regrets. Like, honestly, it was the best experience of my life, and everything that I did in there I would do 10 times over again. There may be certain things that, you know, I would probably just think, hold your tongue, you don't need to say that comment. But if I did that, all my friends and family would be at home thinking, that's not Jess. Maybe one thing that I would change is just certain situations you don't need to give your opinion on. Maybe I wouldn't give my opinion on the Kieran and Nicole drama when we did the movie night. However, Nicole did actually say to me in the bedroom, Jess, You know I'm not good with words, and if you feel like I need backing up, will you back me up? And this is the thing, is like, people used to say, like the girls used to say to me, Jess, we need you to, you know, come full force tonight, and you need to give it to the boys if they need it. So anytime that I did that, I've been scrutinised for doing that, but I was just backing my girls when they've asked me to back them, which no one actually sees. Who do you think the most compatible couple is? The most compatible couple is Kieran and Nicole. I just think they're so good for each other, and they're definitely the most compatible. I think it's going to be easy for them to live 20 minutes down the road from each other. They're both Welsh. You obviously can see it anyway, but when you spend 24 hours a day with them, you can see just how compatible they are. And who is the least? Grace and Reuben. Only because I saw the recoupling speech that she did, and I don't think she was that interested in him. And obviously the whole cereal gate, when he asked her to go for a chat and she was more interested in eating a crave. And he still told us to stop eating and come for a chat. He didn't get the hint, so yeah. Maybe they're the least compatible, actually. What if you go to a girl and they ask you to buy you, like, you know, can we go for a chat, and they say, can I eat my cereal first? And you then still say, can you eat your cereal after? That is embarrassing. I'm sorry, you can't be doing that. Let the girl eat a cereal in peace and she can come and find you afterwards. Honestly, the shame, like if someone asked you for cereal and they said no and you still persisted, I would be mortified. I'd say, actually, I've changed my mind, I don't want to chat with you. What are you most excited for now you're out of the villa? I'm excited for what opportunities are next to come, and being able to meet up with all the other Islanders again. And yeah, just enjoying my time with Hugo as well, like we're getting on so well. It's just nice to be out of the pressures of being in the villa. Who do you want to win Love Island? Obviously Nicole and Kieran. They better win, and they deserve to win. Like, they've been together pretty much from the start, and just being able to sit in the villa and watch their connection grow from like where they were to begin with to like where they are now, and how they handle situations and how they're carrying themselves. It's just amazing, and I'm so proud of Nicole and Kieran for, you know, proving everybody wrong. I hope that they both win it because they deserve nothing more than that. Thanks for watching.